Hi everyone, it's been a little while since we've done one of these reaction characteristic videos, and with the street date of the Zen Soul fast approaching us, I figured what better time than now. I've got a freshly drilled Zen Soul, a freshly drilled Zen Master, and a freshly drilled Zen with about 30 games on it. I've cleaned it after every time I've used it. I'm very religious cleaning my stuff. You should be too. I've got 3 different layouts on each ball, which I'll go into a little bit later on in the video. And then I've ran 2 patterns out there. I've got the 42-foot house shot, which is incredibly easy. It's one of the highest scoring houses in town. Nobody has any trouble finding the pocket. It's just a matter of finding what ball goes through the pins the best. And then I've got the 39-foot Soul oil pattern. It's got a reverse brush drop of 30 feet with about 26 milliliters. So it should play a little bit shorter than the 39 feet. And it's one of those medium length patterns that can get a little tricky since there are so many different angles of attack available to you. Definitely harder than the house shot with a little bit of built-in hang, and the middle of the lane's going to not have the big buildup of oil that the house shot has, so you've got to make better shots on that for sure. The idea on both patterns is I'm going to start out with each ball with my hand more behind it, going more direct with higher speed, trying to keep my angles close. We'll see how each one of them look on each pattern. We're going to try to throw 4 to 5 good shots doing that with each ball on each pattern. And then we're going to move left with my feet, get my hand more on the side of the ball, slow the speed down, and try to cover a bit more area than we did the first time. Also throwing 4 to 5 good shots just to see what we have with each ball, see the strengths and weaknesses of each ball on each pattern, and just to see the shapes that each ball will give you on each pattern. So with that being said, let's take them out to the lanes and see what we've got. Okay, so that was the house oil pattern. All 3 balls look pretty good. The original Zen, I was the farthest right with my feet. Once I moved in, it looked really good too. Either angle I think would work pretty well. The Zen Master with the lower pin, I wasn't too crazy about going more direct. It was just a bit too early, and surprisingly, moving in and getting my hand more on the side of it, the ball looked pretty good, so somewhat of a surprise there. The Zen Soul was right in between the two, as you would expect. That's exactly how we built it. Not as early as the Zen Master, but definitely a bit earlier and stronger overall than the original Zen. Looked great going direct, and it looked good moving in too, so very versatile, and complements the other two very well. So that's the house pattern. Let's move on to the Soul sport pattern. Okay, so there you have it. That was the 39-foot Soul oil pattern. The original Zen, when I went more direct, was a bit too clean for me. It was kind of wanted to get a little squirty, and that built-in hang had to really make a good shot with it. And moving in, it wasn't quite time for it yet, as it was really jumpy off of the friction. So I think once the pattern had a few more games on it and got blended out a little bit better, that ball would look much better for me personally, especially from that deeper inside angle. The Zen Master with that lower pin and all the surface looked really good going more direct on the fresh. It had the teeth in the surface and that really rolly, heavy roll off the end of the pattern that you look for on the sport pattern, so I felt like I wouldn't give the pocket away. The one issue was when I kind of threw it away from me a little bit, it did tend to hang on me since my rev rate isn't the highest. So that was somewhat of an issue, and when I moved in, it honestly looked pretty good. As long as I executed well and rolled it and make sure I caught it at the bottom of the swing, the ball rolled really well from inside. If I got lazy with it, it would kind of hang and leave a flat 10 or something even worse. The Zen Soul was honestly the best of the three on this flatter pattern, going direct. It had just enough in the teeth and the surface to hook through that hang that they've got built in on the pattern. And then moving in, it looked phenomenal as long as I got my hand on the side of it and executed halfway decently. The ball struck every time. There was one shot that I threw, I think it was the fourth one, that I missed way right, and the ball had no business hooking from there, but it sure did, and struck for a light shaker. So I think it just speaks to the power of the cover stock and the predictability and strong rolling nature of the Zen core that we've all come to know and love. So in summary, the original Zen is the cleanest and most responsive out of the three. The Zen Master is the earliest and the slowest response time out of the three. And then you've got the Zen Soul, which is right in the middle, which is exactly the way we built it, exactly the way we engineered it, and exactly what we wanted to see out of it. So if you felt that your Zen Master was a little too early sometimes, your Zen was a little bit too clean, this will be perfect. It falls right in between the two. Make sure to look for that in your local VIP Pro Shop May 27th. We're excited to get it out there and get it in everybody's hands and see what everybody thinks about it. I know everyone's going to like it. So again, May 27th, make sure to check it out in your local VIP shop. And until next time, go global.